Hey, how's everybody doing?
Howdy.
Hope everybody's having a good Saturday evening. Ed, you want to call off?
What's that?
Oh, we done screwed up.
Let's see who we got in here. We got Daryl, the Cajun, of course. How y'all doing? We got Lisa Ann. We
Howdy,
got
howdy.
Nate from Go Karts and Gone Fishing. Breezy's Bike Shop. How y'all doing? Let's see if we got any new ones down there. Oh, Bocce and Bocce. We got and Bocce. And yeah, so we're just chilling.
Got a Kyle in there, and hello,
Hello.
everybody.
Hopefully everybody's having a good weekend so far. There's Nate. How you doing,
Wayne,
Nate?
Wayne just busted in the door. How you doing, Wayne?
There you
Hey,
go.
man.
So what's everybody been up to?
I was at Walmart at 6 o'clock this morning because my plans that I had got changed real quick. So
Hmm. Hope it wasn't nothing real important.
not to me, it wasn't.
Me, all
I
I've
was
been doing working.
I was supposed to give somebody an estimate to do a brake job on their vehicle this morning, and they were going to meet me at the shop. We were going to throw it up on the rack real quick and see what all it needed, and see if they wanted to do it. And they texted me earlier this morning, and said it was too cold. They didn't feel like getting out of bed. They won't feel like getting out of bed, so we'll do it another day. Okay.
Uh, and Bocce's been dealing with a sick monster. That's not good, Bocce. Hopefully everything gets better.
Yeah, we were dealing with doctors and crematories all week. So
Oh, Lordy. And that was for what? The dog, Daryl?
yeah, Alice. Yeah,
Oh, Lordy. So now what are you guys going to do? Get another one or?
Lisa's going to end up in jail, I reckon, because she is blistering. She is tearing that uh, veterinarian service to a new one,
Oh, Lordy.
and she's got a pretty good start on getting on probably having that place close its doors because I mean everybody in town pissed off about it. So
Wow.
wow,
That's
hey
not good.
Kaylee.
Well, hopefully everything gets better for you and Delisa anyway. Sorry to hear about it. But in fact, I didn't hear about it. Actually, I think I seen it. Was it on Facebook?
Probably Jaleesa's
I
been
think it was.
Jaleesa's had Facebook on fire all week. So,
Wow.
but she wasn't naming no names. Now she's naming names because of the fact that the way she died and all that stuff. I mean, we'd carry her over there, and they'd say that wasn't basically nothing wrong with her. And then we get home, and last time we took her over there, she was having seizures. She had 8 seizures in 7 minutes.
Yep. We had a dog, Snickers, and she kept having seizures, and I couldn't stand to watch her go through it, and we had to put her down. And then it wasn't long after that. Nate Go Kart Stump Gone Fishing, his dog started that stuff too and lost over seizures,
Yeah.
if I remember right. But yeah, that's nothing to watch that dog go through.
And he needed and the week the, we talked about it last week that that veterinarian asked us to give her up to sign her over to them for research. I mean, that was our kid. We don't have kids, so that
Right.
was our kid. And I mean, we spent over $2,600 since January 1st on
Right.
January 5th on her, and and I said I thought that's what we were doing, what y'all were doing anyway. I mean, I'm paying for the paying y'all every time we go in here. Y'all got y'all's money,
Right.
you know, and stuff like that. So I mean, and if you're not, if they're not, that veterinarian was not a research facility to start with.
No.
So, so I mean,
Yeah, once they start that seizure stuff, it's hard to watch them go through that. And
yeah.
you can do. I mean, it's sad to say, but there's nothing we could do for our dog.
Well, I had a well. She just basically we took her out there to get her to get shot, but she was basically brain dead when we got there. So
Yeah, that's a
I
shame.
mean, but anyway, I went and uh, now the Lisa is, but now they won't give us her records. So they scared of a lawsuit, so they won't give us
Lord.
the records. They're cleaning up all the records and all that. So I mean, so we
Yeah. But okay, Ed, who all we got in here? Hello, everybody in the chat. We was talking, and I ain't been paying attention.
Since the last time I read through, we had Wayne come in, and then Kaylee's in there. She wants you to restart the dryer when it shuts off. And Brandon came in. How you doing, Brandon? And Ben's workshop came in. So
And we got Bocce in there,
yeah, I said Bocce.
and we got Nate. Go-karts going fishing. Hey, how's everybody doing? I wasn't paying attention to the chat. Sorry about that. Brandon, good to see you.
hey Brandon.
Brandon, I just got your tool. In fact, I don't have it, or do I have it? Yes, I do.
Well, if you guys haven't checked out Nate's latest video, you'll have to check it out. He shows his Johnson in it.
Oh, playing with his Johnson.
Oh, it's a big
Here
Johnson.
is the tool Brandon made and sent up to me. Thanks, Brandon. I appreciate it. And there's Mater's workshop.
There's Mater. How you doing, Mater?
Hey, Mater.
Hey, Mater. What do you do? He's got a little 9.9 Johnson.
Oh no, it's bigger than a 9.9.
Hello, Jeff.
Yes, Brandon. It is all my fault. I took forever to
Saying
deliver it.
it took forever to deliver it. Yeah, it was in good hands, Brandon. It wasn't going nowhere. He's trustworthy.
I got Jeff's clock hung up.
We haven't seen no Jeff tonight.
Hey,
He's
Jeff.
in there. He's getting popcorn. He'll be in.
Oh, he's getting popcorn.
Yeah.
Oh, Lordy.
Yes.
So did anybody do anything interesting all week?
I did all kinds of interesting stuff. It was all at work. So
Yeah, that's what I did. Was work all week.
I'll tell you, I'll change the turn signal and windshield wiper selector in an Isuzu NQR over any other vehicle on the face of this earth.
Yeah.
It is freaking slick. It is easy.
Yep. But no, I never did get that radio thing straightened around, Cajun. I'm going to end up buying a new one. Figure out. But
I can get some prices for you.
yeah, I want something clear and loud, something that'll get out there. But I think I'm going to have to change both antennas and coax and everything.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
you already got that. You already got that, Mark. She's at work.
What's that?
Clear and loud.
No, I try to keep that muzzled. And there's Lisa Ann. How you doing, Lisa Ann?
There's Susan too. Hi,
Susan M.
Yeah, I called my wholesaler and see if they drop shipped, like to you. And they said, sure, why not? I'm like, okay, well, those radios, do y'all convert the radios for y'all ship them out? Oh, no, we don't do that. You'll have to do that. I said, well, then I would have to get the radio, convert it, then ship it to him.
Yeah, because I do not want that echo and stuff. That just makes the radio sound like total junk.
And I asked, I said, look, I want a 10 meter radio with a frequency counter and no echo. They said, good luck. You'll never find it. And that's the way they've been doing. I mean, used to, yeah, you could find those export radios without an echo in them. But everybody wanted echoes years ago. I mean, this is when I was in business installing echo, in radios and 25s, 29s, and the Connex 33s. They didn't have echo back then.
Right.
They all do now, though, because everybody wanted one.
Well, that's what
Just
I'm
turn them
wondering.
off. It's got an off.
That's what I'm wondering if I'm gonna have to just go with a stock radio and put a slam and kicker behind it.
If you go with a regular stock, like a 29 or 148, then you won't have your uppers and lowers like you
Right.
you
But I
would
want
rather.
Uppers and lowers, and I want the freak counter on it.
Yeah. Well, it would just pay to get you like a Striker, 955 HPC. Those are the dual finals, hopped up radio at the box, or a Galaxy like a 66V or V3 or whatever.
I think Jeff wants to go in there. Mark.
Is he in the wine cellar drinking all the wine?
No, he ain't got the basement yet.
Oh, he was looking for the link. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He was looking for the key to get in the door.
Yeah.
I'll talk with you more later on it, Mark.
Okay.
I'll give you a ring on the phone tomorrow or something.
Yep, that'll work. My main thing, I don't talk a whole lot on it. I mainly listen, so I know what's going on.
But you want a bulldog so you can stare up his butt the whole week when Mark?
What's that?
I say you want a bulldog to go on the hood so you can stare at his butt all day long?
Nope.
All day?
Mac ornament.
I got a Mac hood ornament here somewhere. I have
Jeff.
those.
Hey,
Well,
Cajun.
Well, when Volvo bought out Mac, they put the line in up down here to start with, and Delisa's daddy was the head electrician out there, and they had they had those bulldogs under lock and key.
Hey,
You could only get them out. You could only get them out for each particular truck. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
But those daggone little hood ornaments for those Macs are expensive.
that's why they had them under lock and key.
Yes,
how
sir.
would you know that?
How would I know
I
that? I got one.
I used to have one of the gold ones.
I got 3 of them.
Yeah. You better hang on to them, Jeff, because they're like gold.
Yeah.
I got small dogs that goes on the guide poles,
Oh, okay.
I got an ashtray out there in the
and
shop.
I'm looking for the golden.
Hold on.
I'm looking for the golden husky. I want to find the golden husky one of these days.
Oh, Lordy. And we got Mater. How you doing, Mater?
Hey, man.
Pretty good. I didn't blow myself up with it.
Oh, Lordy.
I got me another Coleman stove.
You wasn't trying hard enough.
I was trying, but it wouldn't cooperate.
Well, quit that weight fuel and put some
Which
of
dog
that
is
high
that?
test in there.
That there is Roscoe. That dog right there will eat you alive.
Oh, you
He
won't.
will not.
That dog right there you can sit right there and pet him, and he'll bite you the next time you reach down to pet him.
Show us.
I ain't good. He
He
don't
ain't
bite
never
me.
bit me.
No, he don't bite
He
me.
don't bite me either.
No,
Roscoe loves me.
he's bitten quite a few people. That's the one I need to send back to Virginia. That's where I got him.
He's the Walmart doggy.
Yep, I got him down there in
Hey,
gave him back to Virginia at Walmart. He was just a puppy, and he fit in my Carhartt coat pocket. I got him in the parking
Well,
lot.
she's the same way here. She'll be your friend 1 minute, and if she decides to not like you,
Yeah,
no, you're
Right.
not getting a cookie.
Well, Alice was an equal opportunity disliker because I mean, She if it wasn't for Delisa and me, that she didn't like anybody much. Nobody could catch her, nobody could pet her, anything like that. Because she was so abused when we got her. So
Yeah. You know, he's a good dog, but I think some days he hates himself. 'Cause, I mean, he can just get downright wicked. He's worse off than my big German Shepherd.
All that German Shepherd's nothing but a baby.
Oh, I know.
Speaking of Rem, where is he?
What's that?
Where is that dog?
What? Which one?
The big German Shepherd dog.
Remington. Rem. Right there.
There he is.
That's the baby.
Hey, Rem.
See, Jeff, all you had to do was ask in there, and Mark delivers.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a big baby.
Yeah, she's one of the King Shepherds. And it's right
Do
here
you carry
beside
her
me.
around in stroke?
What's that?
Do you carry her around a little stroller when you take her out?
Oh no. Oh no. Don't even need a leash on it. It'll stay right with me. I can take that shepherd outside and it'll stay right there.
yeah.
Where's my girlfriend at? She out there sleeping?
Who's Shelby?
Yeah.
She just got done eating, so she's probably out there sleeping.
Shelby!
She's so daggone heavy. Come on, Shelby.
Shelby!
Where's Sandy hiding at?
She is at work where she needs to be.
Yeah.
Oh, listen to you.
Oh,
How many,
hopefully
and then
she's
how
not
many
in.
two-stroke carburetors you fixing?
None. We're getting ready to convert everything over and take our big 25 off the bass boat and put a 9.9 on because everywhere we go, I'm getting real tired of running a kicker motor all the time to get into these other lakes for the tournaments.
Yeah, it's gonna be starting up soon.
Yes, it is. Gonna be a tournament coming up.
And when's the pulling season start?
I don't know. I don't think I'm going to have a polling season this coming year.
Why not?
No.
I got 3 motors over here that are customer jobs that I got to get done. I ain't even started on my regular tractor that Bear runs. I haven't did nothing to it yet. So
Well, hurry up and get out there and get this done. That way you can get your tractor fixed.
I'm running too much right now.
Parts.
He's running dirty dirt and coal and lime and what else was it?
Also waiting on parts.
Well,
Yep.
you need to sit
No
down
parts,
and
too.
explain to him that if he wants to be a track, he's going to have to start contributing more to just parking his butt on the seat and breaking things.
Yeah, well, I got special ways that I do my motors and all that, and I just kind of stick to myself, and what I do generally works, and we can run pretty tough. But we'll get some pulls in this year, I believe, as long as I get the parts that I want.
So you still having to hold up on parts right now?
Yes, sir. I'm waiting on 2 pistons and 2 liners that I'm gonna line up. Put new liners in and go to a bigger bore and stuff. And then I got a few customer jobs that I'm still waiting on pistons and rods for. I'm just tired of hearing that they're back ordered. Now the first of this month the parts are supposed to be available, is what I'm told.
How much bigger are you going?
What's that?
How much bigger are you going to go?
Yep, that's right. That's the best answer you're going to get from me.
All right. That's the best answer I'm going to get here.
Hey, Sandy.
Uh-oh. There's
Hey,
Sandy for
Mrs.
your burner.
Hi, Sandy.
I started talking about her, and there she is. Hey, Sandy.
And she had to have this new faucet installed. She got one of them ones,
Mhm.
real tall, high arch faucet. One of them fancy faucets
Yeah.
and sprinklers and stuff. And me and Rich tore into that. And,
You didn't get already, did you?
Is it one of the ones you just touch to turn it on and off?
No,
Okay.
no.
See, mine's a kind of a high arch, but it also has, you pull the head of it off and it has the long hose that comes up out of it, and you can.
Yeah, it's got the sprayer set up and everything, but yeah, it's nice. Never mind.
Oh, so in other words, you're liking it also.
Huh?
In other words, you like it also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just don't want to admit it. It's more for you, not
Nope.
for her.
Nope.
Mark ain't got to the bathroom yet. He got his bidet getting ready to be set up. So
Jeff, why did you have to? Daryl, why did you have to say that now? You got me thinking about that post I saw on Facebook where it shows Biden in the bathroom. Was hey, we got a water fountain in here too.
Yeah. No, this is in the kitchen. That's what she wanted. I told her pick it out. Go ahead and get it. And she went out and got herself what she wanted and everything, and we put it all together today for her. So she'll be happy when she comes home with it.
She better be.
So here's my question. Knowing about where you guys are, how far is that East Palestine from you?
For me, probably 30, 40 minutes.
About
That
30
far,
minutes
huh?
for me.
That's cool.
Yeah. Why? What's there that you're
I was
looking
watching
at?
that today. There,
What's
I was
that?
watching that fucking train wreck thing. I was
Oh,
watching that train wreck that happened over there.
You know, I've never even
Yeah,
seen.
sounds like them people ain't real happy.
No.
no,
Well,
I guess not. Probably had to evacuate half the town like they did over here when we had a derailment.
Well, you know, they were saying something about when it rained, not to let the rain get on you because whatever cloud or whatever took place
Yeah.
there up is going to come back down in the rain.
Yep.
So
They had
I
some,
don't
they had
follow.
some hazardous chemicals in some of them tankers, and from what I understand, they were trying to figure out how to relieve the pressure. That way, they wouldn't build up and blow.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been following it. Actually, I didn't even know anything about the train derailment until Rich was telling me today about it.
It happened middle of last week?
yeah. Well, yesterday was 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago, I think.
About a week.
I know it's been a while. Yeah.
I was watching the thing. I can't believe that they managed to get a town hall meeting set up with Norfolk Southern, and then when it came to it, Norfolk Southern's like, well, we'll send you down some brochures and stuff there. And I guess they asked, well, why ain't you guys coming? Well, we're watching our state, but you guys are okay.
Yeah, I wasn't around. I
I've
was over
seen
by
another
you.
thing tail.
I was over by
Uh-huh.
you. I wasn't nowhere around when that happened. Toxic cloud.
Yep.
There's old Scott Keller. I ain't seen him in forever. I thought he was in jail or something somewhere.
Well, that's what Delisa said. That was what y'all gonna look like up there in Ohio after all this stuff gets said and done.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
You see it? I
Hey,
put it in the, I
The
put it in the
lawyer
private
thing this
chat.
morning. That
Hey, Roadrunner.
I wrote on.
I was watching the lawyer thing this morning. It was going on. He was explaining it, I guess, and that's out, offering thousands to people, and they started grabbing it up, and the lawyer warned him. It's like, you better read that little form that you signed. You be that real careful before you take anything right now, because if this comes to a big settlement thing, they're gonna leave you out in the cold. Because he said, I ain't seen a form. He said, but I'm got a pretty good guess that it's written up to say that when you take that $1,000, that's your settlement from Norfolk Southern. Have a good day. We bent you over and you enjoyed it.
What is he talking about?
The Norfolk Southern was hurrying up and getting people to sign for the settlement, for the water and all that kind of stuff and the accident
In that immediate area.
in that immediate area. And the people that have taken it already, in the agreement settlement clause, there's a thing that says they can't take further legal action against them.
Ah,
So those people that were hurried up and getting the couple $1,000 piece screwed themselves, because if anything happens to their water or anything else, it's on them. They can't go back on Norfolk Southern because they settled for the first payout.
wow.
Yeah, because you could get them to dig you a deeper well, or if you own a well.
Yeah, see, I didn't even hear anything about that. Rich was just telling me about it, and I was like, well, I didn't hear nothing about it, but I haven't been around the area much either. I've been in and right back out. Ever since I climbed back in that truck, that's all I've been doing.
Well,
Is just working like no other. But Jeff,
Well, it's funny
I
how a
was-
train like that, they had a
I was over there in your area, Jeff, and I was over there. I got there at like 4:30, 5 o'clock before it got dark, and I was looking all around that place. Everything over there is dead. The trees, grass, everything is dead. There's nothing around there that's alive. And I was like, holy smokes. And Palmerton must been like an old coal mining town or something like that. That's what it looks like. It's the first time I really got to see it in the daylight. A lot of old rundown buildings in
Oh
that
yeah,
town.
when you go to the west side of town, it's like you're just looking out in between two mountains out at nothing really.
Yeah. And then once you drop down in that valley, it's just nothing. I mean, just everything is just dead.
What about in the summertime?
Well, I know when we used to come.
What's that, Jeff?
I said when we were bringing it out, we crossed the bridge up here, go over, take 33 down, 209 out to, I think it was Broadheadsville, and I can't remember. I know it was a left turn, and you went all winding down this small little lane and a half road down the side of the mountain, and it finally come out there by the one quarter of town.
Yeah,
But that was all nothing but trees, and it's like it's a good thing there wasn't a truck coming up, because there wasn't no room to pass a truck going the other way.
Yeah, it's still that way. It's tight getting down through there. But in the summertime, there still was no green, and the trees were just dead. Just like everything down in that valley is just completely. But now they're taking radioactive in there too.
Wow.
So it's crazy.
Brady, one of them radioactive meters things which you carry, and you got that thing on the wire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bring one of them.
Yeah, in fact, when I go in there, they check the load with one of those and tell how much stuff is there.
Wow.
Yeah, because they got to document all that whenever it goes into it. Yeah, okay, Bocce. But yeah, it's some crazy stuff out in there. But they say that there's bears and rattlesnakes and everything down in that area, but I haven't got to see any of that yet.
I don't want to see no big old bear.
I do.
Not
I
face,
wanna see
face
Ralph
close up,
Snake.
I don't.
I'm going to video that stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say that way. On the other end, there's a big old bear
Uh-huh.
that we're seeing.
Well, it's funny where he's going, Cajun, because it's like a little main road through this small town, and you actually, I'm trying to remember how it went, but I know it's like a small little side street that goes off the side of the main road, and there's a little row of old houses,
Mm-hmm.
and when you look on the other side, there's a small little factory. You go out past that, and you make a left through the gate, and it's just a small little itty bitty guard shack thing. You drive up on the scale, and then you go out in the back someplace and dump wherever they're going that day.
Yeah.
The way you describing that reminds me of a horror movie called These Hills Have Eyes.
It kind of reminds you of that, honestly.
Does it? Okay.
It's
The way he explained it, that's the first thing in my mind was that
kind of
movie.
spooky. When you get down in there, there's nothing. Just like he explained, there's nothing. I mean, it's in the middle of nowhere, and you drop down in this valley, and you don't. You have a heck of a time even getting cell phone service or anything there.
Dang.
It's crazy.
Now, what was that? An old coal mine in town, or?
I believe so. I believe
coal,
so.
Yeah,
coal is
it was
not
one of 'em.
radioactive. The stuff that it emits is, toxic. The fumes of smoke or whatever. But they must have something
Oh, I
going
can't
on over the other
imagine
side
the
of
stuff
coal
that's
mine.
going out there.
Yeah, there's nothing out there.
Gotta watch out for one of them spike tracks they throw in front of your vehicle, like on that movie.
Yeah. It's hard to believe that people still live in that town, though.
Wow.
But that town is really run down bad. The buildings and stuff look really bad.
Yeah,
Well, if they tell you you're behind on your taxes,
part of it
the
was
house
run down,
probably
and
ain't
part of
worth
it looked
nothing.
all right back when I was doing it.
Yeah. Well, they dang sure don't build no roads down in that area. You got a bunch of narrow roads and all that, getting all back in there and everything into that. I believe it was old mines that actually, and that's what they're filling up with hazardous, making them cells and everything.
Hiding
Throwing them
something.
old mines back. Oh Lordy. Bocce and Susan M.
Well, Hazelton's the one that cracked me up because he's down 80. I always liked Hazelton. Then you get down 81, you get off that one, go across the bridge and out past a couple of them big dragline buckets to end there, make a left, get down a little ways, go back to the dealership building, and you make the left and go in there and stuff.
Mm-hmm. So now we got old Scott Keller up here on the screen.
I know when you come off 81 and you
jail.
Who you calling old?
Ain't seen you around in a while.
There's more to life than YouTube, buddy.
I thought maybe you found another Chocolate Thunder and forgot about us.
There you go.
No, I've been busy running my new run, my new post office run with the big DPS truck.
I thought you took a break from that post office stuff. Retired.
I'm not delivering door to door. I signed a mail contract delivering DPS letter mail.
Bags and boxes.
Where do you run to?
No, I just go to 5 post offices every morning with DPS mail.
What area you
Go up to
still DPS.
Go up to Rochester, just grab the mail and take it to 5 post offices around my area. Go home, park the truck, wait 2 hours, and go back up in the afternoon and in the morning with a run and done.
Wow.
Yeah, they have UPS and that D whatever he was talking about. DHL or whatever, and that other one, our post office here gets UPS truck full of packages and stuff from other states. They
DPS
kinda
mail,
all
they,
tied into each other.
DPS mail is not DPS mail, Cajun, is DPS, the delivery point sequence. It's the
Okay,
letter mail
thank
that comes through. DPS, it's different DPS. DPS, they got it's delivery point sequence. That's what they call DPS mail,
Yeah, so
first
they
class
have-
letter mail.
They still have UPS that does stuff for the
Boy, we got a lot of hooker stuff going on in this chat over here.
like Greyhound. They handle FedEx boxes.
Yeah, you
and
see that,
UPS
huh?
boxes.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that about Greyhound. They had a Greyhound stop here in town one time, and they had a big FedEx box with some big packages in it. The driver got out, had a key to the lock, opened the box up, took a bunch of big boxes out of that FedEx box, and put them in the bus in the luggage area, locked everything up, and went on his way. I'm like, I gotta look into that. I looked into it, and sure enough, Greyhound Trailways, they they transport for those companies at times.
Wow.
They just bring it to a different drop point. That's all.
If any of y'all live up in
yeah.
Mr. Briggs's area and your U.S. mail is late, blame it on him.
No, can't blame it on me because I only deliver letters.
But you know,
I'm the guy bring the bills.
talking about that, we got a delivery from Sam's Club. And the wife got all this stuff opened up. So we leave, and I come back the next morning, and there's more boxes sitting on the porch. And I'm like, what in the heck? They shipped the order twice.
Dang.
So we got double the order and only pay for one order. And we're like, how in the world do these people do this? So I was thinking the second boxes that
How
was
come
there,
I
I
don't
figured,
get deals like that?
I don't know, but I figured the second, when I come home the next day, that the stuff sitting on the porch would have been my parts that I've been waiting for. You know, because I've done paid for the parts and I'm waiting. But nope, it was another thing from Sam's Club. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Huh.
So needless to say, Kaylee and Kyle have been coming here, doing their shopping again and taking it home.
Oh, you better go turn that dryer back on too, Mark.
I ain't worried about that dryer. Kaylee can worry about it.
She done put her foot down about that. So
Well,
I hate to see you get beat there while you ain't got nobody there to protect you.
I got my dog. She's right here.
She'll,
I thought that was dead.
Huh?
I thought she was dead.
Who?
The dog.
No. No, my Pepper's laying right here beside me.
She ain't moving.
Nope, she's right there.
There she goes.
Nope, that's Roscoe.
Maggie, no one's talking to you.
Yeah, one of these days, Kaylee's gonna try to pay with them groceries for that with that little peanut dog she took.
You know, I'm so glad that Menace dog is gone. Oh, I hated that little dog.
Oh, she wasn't that bad.
Had to go over yesterday and get their water going. Their pressure tank died, and then the pressure switch, and the tank filled up with water. The bladder went bad in that pressure tank, so we had to put a new pressure tank on it and everything, and get it all going. And I just got home. I got out of the truck, got back here, and worked on water.
Now I gotta keep adding
It's all
air
right.
to mine.
Well, it didn't need air. What it did was the bladder tank, the bladder inside of it went bad and filled the tank with water.
Right.
Is what happened.
I've had that happen.
Right. Mine has a slight leak. It loses pressure,
Right.
so I got to keep adding air pressure to it.
I figured that tank would have been expensive as hell, and hell, it wasn't, but like $130.
Mhm.
Wasn't bad.
No,
It's crazy.
we're gonna have to do one on Mom's here soon too.
Yeah,
I remember when we was a kid there.
I had one go on my boiler. Those on one of those expansion tanks. One of the small ones. They're about $30 for the small ones.
Well, the expansion tank is different than the pressure tank thing.
Yeah.
Expansion tank just takes up the pressure of the water heating up and cooling down. The pressure tank actually gives you water pressure for your pump. Doesn't
Yes.
have to push it all the pressure. It just
And you put
Oh yeah,
air
the
in.
expansion tank it's got a bladder in it too. If they go bad, they'll you'll have no heat real fast.
Well, I tell you what, that tank didn't weigh nothing, but by God, when we took the old one off, it was heavy when it filled up with water.
yeah, because see, I got those. I got the two different wells.
Yeah.
There's two different pressure tanks down there. I'm gonna consolidate it into one.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have
Now
to.
you can't pull off of that artesian well that's leaking there beside the driveway.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's
There's 710. How you doing?
hey 710.
What's up, 710?
It's got so much iron in it that it actually turns my socks and everything orange.
Oh.
So I don't use it for in the house.
Uh-huh.
It was okay when my water softener and stuff was working properly.
That's not iron. That's rust.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And there's what's the channel's name? How you doing, Delisa?
Hey, Delisa.
Hope everything gets better for y'all.
Great.
I got me a goodie this week.
What'd you get?
Picked me up a goodie here.
What is it?
It's a little drill bit stand. It's a drill bit stand.
Oh, okay.
Cleveland twist. You start at 1/16 and you do every other one all the way up and around to half inch. It's supposed to be like a diamond.
Uh-huh.
I've seen a picture of the way the drills go in it. It looks pretty cool. So I got this one. I got one for number bits. It's supposed to be cast bronze or brass or something.
Oh Lordy. Y'all,
Almost looks
y'all
like
keep
it's
the
bronze
link
or
for comment
something. I
there.
scraped some.
Hey, her family started the Hatfield McCoy feud. She's probably fixing to start blowing down the hill. I mean,
Oh Lordy. Hey, how you doing, Harold Fisher? Good to see you again.
Hey Harold.
Harold.
Hey, Harold.
Yeah, it's
Hey, Harold.
crazy stuff. But sometimes family is your worst enemy sometimes.
Yeah. Oh,
Sad to
Yeah.
say.
yeah. Neither one of us has anything to do with our families.
And that's a shame.
Yep.
And old Brian Hatfield says that's fighting words. You don't want to say nothing about them Hatfields now.
Well, I mean, Wayne, I'm just saying it was one of them things. I mean, she went to tracing
Wayne,
back.
you're the Hatfield or your brother Ridge? Which one?
Oh Lordy. That's why I live in Tennessee. Okay, Harold. And there's Roadrunner. I didn't see him come in.
Yeah, beep, beep. Road runner.
Mimi,
Oh, and Nosy's back.
No, you didn't.
yeah, Sandy, you missed a lot.
You didn't miss anything, Sandy. Go sell them parts.
That's not what you said earlier about her.
Oh, I just said how good of a person she was.
That was a quick comeback, Mater.
Yeah, he's wanting to stir that pot.
Uh-huh.
That's what he's wanting.
Just trying to give Mark a hard time. 'Cause
You stirred the pot and you hit him on the back of the knuckles with a big old frying spoon.
Yeah, Harold, that's a good way to keep them way apart. Oh Lordy.
I should get a snake that he's about the right size for a snake to eat.
What the heck is that thing?
That's my parents'
It's a
old
rat.
dog, Gizmo.
Oh, geez.
It's a teacup chihuahua.
Wow.
He's
Crazy.
19 years old. Ah, Gizmo. You're an old man, ain't you? Half blind. Ah, you an old man?
But anyway, I got it. Hopefully these parts come in so I can get some video footage and stuff and get some of these motors, engines built up. I haven't even started on my pulling tractor for this season.
I'm hoping for 1 or 2 snows. We've still got from now till March.
We ain't getting no
Nah.
snow up. Forget it.
Yeah, I'm thinking that.
Monster 6, how you doing, Uncle Steve?
I seen the other day. I seen a couple of these guys with the big dump trucks. They've already took the plow stuff off for the year.
Wow.
There's nothing predicted.
Nah. But you know what they say, if it comes in like a lamb, it's going to go out like a lion. And we ain't had that lion all year, so we're due for it.
Nah, we're gonna have a mild winter.
We had
That's
snow
so
here.
far, y'all had.
We had snow here yesterday. Or yesterday? Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah, I hit some coming back in yesterday.
No
Y'all keep that
accumulation.
all up
Just
there.
We had snowflakes here last night.
Yeah.
They got down to 31 this morning.
Oh no, got the creeping crud. Oh Lordy.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have a high of like 80 either tomorrow or Tuesday.
Tuesday, 82 down here.
I think it's supposed to be 50 tomorrow here.
Well, Harold had some snow flurries down there in Tennessee. Yesterday.
Last night it was in the upper 30s and lower 40s to the mid 40s. It depends on what time. But the Mardi Gras kicked off last night over here in town at 5 o'clock
Oh boy.
in the afternoon. And man, all them people, I mean, there must have been 4,000 people in the street. I mean, with
Wow.
all that body heat, you figure it would warm the town up, you know? Nah. And I ain't getting my narrow butt out there with that cold weather.
It was 21 when I went to Walmart
Wait
this morning.
until tomorrow for the kids parade, the kids chicken run, and then Tuesday for the big finale. You know, the adult run and Steve Riley on stage.
Oh Lordy.
Must have 20,
No, it's-
20 plus bands for 5 days down here.
Maynard's video that for his Coleman stove just dropped. It says
Yeah, then Roadrunner said he's seen there was a derailment in Detroit. Yep, seen that. And then the greenhouse fire in Florida. I think there was another derailment in Texas
Dang.
And in South Carolina too.
or South Carolina now.
Yeah, they had one down there too.
Dang.
Oh, he's doing good.
I see one of these two. I don't know if it was the Detroit one or the one by you, Ed. They said something about Biden was giving thought of maybe sending the FEMA up, and he decided, nah, we ain't gonna bother sending FEMA up there. Them people don't need it.
The one over here, FEMA already turned them down because it's not a natural disaster. I forget, there was an explanation of why they weren't sending sending or giving them help.
Okay. Yeah, he's doing good, Uncle Steve. He's still trucking.
Yeah, they're gonna let the railroad pay for all the motels, the people they evacuate. They're gonna let them pay their motel rooms and meals and all that, like they did down here in Eunice. I mean, some fine motels they got people, man, over in Baton Rouge, and they were booking people in hotels that had a restaurant either in it or next to it, within a block or two area.
Right.
Union Pacific footed the bill, and big settlements.
I wonder why they're having all these derailments.
Makes
all
you
of a
kind of
sudden.
think, since there's 4 of them right now.
Yeah, it don't make any sense on why it's happening so frequently.
Maybe it's to take the attention away from the balloons that they shot down, the weather
Yeah.
balloons.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be, huh?
Distracting.
And you know that the Hunter story died too. I mean,
Yeah, everything just kind of like disappeared on it.
yeah, it's just a
Crazy.
Hunter Hillary, all that. It ain't nothing gonna ever come of that.
No.
Never know.
You been working on anything, Daryl, at all?
no, not really. I'm working on holding this house down. Listen, I mean, live beside living at the vet.
Yep.
After Mardi Gras is over and it warms up, I'm gonna have to take a close look at I got a water leak on my Jeep. Miss got that 3.7 in it, and if I'm not mistaken, they got an oil cooler on that animal. It goes from the reservoir tank on the firewall. There's no cap on the radiator. It goes from that reservoir tank on the firewall. At the bottom of there's a rubber hose, and it goes into, it's either stainless steel or aluminum tubing. That goes to the radiator. Then another one comes out the radiator. I've always known that there was transmission coolers, underneath radiators for years. But I think this one is a regular engine oil cooler, or that one is the radiator cooler. One of the two. And then it's that other stainless or aluminum tubing is going somewhere else, and there's one coming off the top, like for a vent, and I don't know where that one goes yet. But it's got a leak. I can see the water dripping. I bend down, look behind the right passenger tire, I could see the water dripping there. And that's coming from right there at that reservoir tank. I don't know if it's a hose that's leaking or what, but that temperature needle wants to go and fluctuate, when the thermostat opens and closes.
Right.
And it just got filled when we had, right before Christmas, before we had that hard freeze. Johnny put all fresh coolant in there, to keep from the freeze busting the block and all that.
Harold says it's going to be 78 down there, and that means there's going to be storms. Yeah, you can bet on that, Harold.
Yeah.
When he changed the fluid, did he flush it?
Yeah, he flushed it. He sure did.
That's what caused your leak. You should never I never flush a radiator.
He didn't do all this stuff like a mechanic or something would do. He just emptied all the old coolant out the radiator and then put fresh one in.
Well,
No, if he flushed it, that could cause a leak. That's all I'm saying.
He just emptied the radiator, get all the old stuff, the old water and rusty coolant out of it, closed the petcock and filled it back up with a couple gallons, a gallon and a half of fresh coolant.
Hey, how you doing, Tyler? Good to see you. 25 there. Ooh, get that.
Well, if the temperature gauge is fluctuating up and down, not just staying hot, it sounds like he got a air pocket in there that's going, coming up to the thermostat, letting the thermostat open, and then when it gets that air pocket moved through it, it slaps shut, and then the temperature comes back up, starts moving it again, back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, well, this is what Missy was explaining to me about the temperature gauge.
Mm-hmm.
But when she brought her mama to the doctor last week, when they got back from Bill Platt, got in Mamou, when she parked the Jeep, there was a lot of water. A few minutes later, a lot of water on the concrete in the parking
Wow.
lot.
Now, does that on that line somewhere, Cajun, does that have a bleeder to bleed the air off of that? Some of them have a bleeder.
I don't think, I'm not familiar with those new Mopars. I didn't even know that engine had spark plugs on top of the engine instead of side to head like, normal.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff about that engine I do not know about.
Well, you take and you follow that line, and generally there'll be a bleeder up there on the top somewhere that you can crack open to bleed that system to get that air out of that radiator and that reservoir.
Yeah, but you see, the coolant, the water went down. Missy had to add water because it's leaking
Yes,
that bad.
but that could just be caused by that air pocket, though, pushing it out.
Oh, yeah, okay. I get you.
Steam will escape out of a smaller hole than the water will.
Yes.
Yeah, this is it's not hot. It's not hot neither. I've caught it. I've caught the dripping water with my hand, and it's coming from right there by the reservoir. Straight from that firewall, straight down from where that reservoir is at. That's where it's coming from. So I don't know if it's leaking under there.
Uh-huh.
It's been cold and raining the last few days, so I haven't been out there to check on it.
Wow. Uh-oh. Did you like that sandwich of Wayne's, Ed?
Yeah, it was a foot sandwich. It was a foot long.
I'd like to get it on a slab somewhere, concrete or whatever, and then get under there with a creeper and investigate it.
Pull it out there in the street in front of your house.
You sure you can get that low, Cajun?
Or use a redneck creeper. Piece of cardboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, piece of plywood or cardboard. Yeah.
I do it all the time at work because most of the vehicles are too low that if I get on a creeper, I can't get under them.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to get under with a creeper. I'd have to put it on ramps.
With my back, if I get down on the floor, that's where I'm going to stay until somebody picks me back up.
That's what I was thinking about Cajun. Cajun would get down and wouldn't be able to get back up.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a little stronger now than I was past October. I couldn't even get out the bathtub. Man, me and Missy thought we were going to have to call somebody to come help me out the tub.
Oh, yeah.
Shelby!
Country girl.
There's Shelby. She finally woke up from her
Shelby!
nap.
Yep. That's Shelby. Old big girl there. Oh. All right, I got to go get some coffee. Shelby, you got to run this thing.
Hey, don't forget me. I want a cup too.
There you go. Come and get it.
That's where I just went.
I'm in a forum I signed up to. It's a Jeep forum, but I'm in the Liberty section part of the forum. And man, them guys on there, guys and girls, you ask a question, man, you get 100 responses in no time. They'll send you video links.
Yeah, then you gotta figure out
video
which
links
ones
and
like this.
all that.
But yeah, if that gauge is like moving back and forth, going from normal to high, that's a very good indicator that there's an air pocket in there somewhere, right around the sensor.
I've noticed. I had vehicles that did that when it got low on coolant, and then thermostat would open and close, and no air pocket on those, but it very well could be. But I'm still trying to figure out where that leak's coming from. All that coolant.
Well, hopefully it's not the heater core lines.
Yeah.
I'll disable it then.
Yeah, you won't have no heat. You disable that.
Why Star Wars protect?
That don't matter. I'd rather live. We don't want to go nowhere anyway, and if it's that cold, I'm not getting out the house. Oh yeah, I've disabled a couple of heater cores.
Start working on
The 68 Ford truck I put valves on the hoses going to the heater core. I put valves just in case anything would go wrong. My
The trouble is, if it disconnect the heater core, wouldn't that take out your AC unit?
Nope. Not if you just take the heater lines out that run the coolant through there. There's a different core in there for the AC to travel through.
Oh, okay. So, like on mine uses the same lines.
My International Transtar 4300 had two valves on the heater hoses.
How does that work, Briggs?
On the Audi.
You
can't.
How does the Freon and the antifreeze run through the same lines?
No, I mean if you disconnect the heater core, the lines go around it. The AC lines go in the heater core together.
But they should never intermingle. It may be the same.
No, they don't. There's a line inside the line. There's a line inside the line. They go in next to each other, right next to each other in the heater core.
Maybe side by side, but they don't run inside of one another.
No, but you can't disconnect one without disconnecting both. Won't let you. They go inside, but they literally go in right next to each other. They actually, and it's the grommet, and they both connect together. But like, there's four of them that come up. There's four runs that come up, and there's a joint that go in each one, and they're compression fitted all the way around. So you couldn't disconnect one without disconnecting them all.
All right, Harold. Thanks for stopping by.
That's a new one on me. I'll have to look up that Audi and find out.
It's an odd duck.
Because usually they don't. The line, they're independent systems, so you can disconnect one and not the other, and
yeah,
Get on that bit, beast.
Even Hondas and Toyotas and everything else. Never seen one that has a 4 hose fitting that can't just disconnect one or the other.
I gotta take a little ride over to the machine shop here this week there, see if I can get some brass bushings made for rollers on the mower deck.
Yeah, I sent Mark a picture of they got all kinds of doggone machine shop stuff for sale down here all over the place.
Yeah, I got a lathe. I got a big South Bend
Okay.
in my shop already.
Yeah, they must have been 10 lathes and 10 different things on the Facebook Marketplace this week.
dang.
But that's the sad
Well,
part.
my
about
thing
it.
is, I've been looking on like
All the machine shops around us are pretty much going belly up. There's their machine shops are few and far between around us anymore.
That's the way it is down
and
here.
most of the machines they're selling they're thinking they're gold.
Yeah.
You can't pick anything up cheap.
This was a big old industrial. These were big old industrial jobs.
Yeah.
I mean,
But like I said, my next machine's going to be a cam regrind machine to where I can start making cams. I will have one of them. Hey, how you doing, Thomas? Good to see you. Hopefully you're not at work getting in trouble.
Hey, Thomas.
yeah.
Thomas?
All those machine
I was
shops, they
originally
got
gonna-
stuff. They think they're gold. Everything's going crazy.
Yeah.
Adam gets all that stuff for nothing. Just go get it.
Wow.
Small town machine shop, he gets all of that for free, just about. And if he has to pay anything, it's not but a couple of $100. And I'm talking about some thousands of dollars equipment. They say,
Yeah.
because them companies, they don't want to pay nobody to come get it out. They're
Right.
so heavy, 3,000, 4,000 pounds or whatever, 5,000, 6,000 pounds.
Well,
He goes and gets it, and
the economy has just done the small machine shops and all that in. and you know everybody around me, their electric bills have went through the roof.
I was have here too. I mean, just our household. This done went up over a daggum 100 last month, and this month they ain't telling what it's going.
Ever since they put that digital meter on my house,
Uh-huh.
my bill has gone down. My last electric bill was $58.
Damn.
Ours has doubled.
And you're complaining?
No, I'm not complaining. My average electric bill through the winter from the day I moved in here was $150 a month.
Yeah.
The last two electric bills I had last month for December was $63 or $64. This month it was for January it's $58.
Well, I tell you what, the neighbor over here complained their bill was $560. And Bo come home and got his electric bill, and his electric bill was $980.
Oh,
Wow.
For a month of electric. I said, you must have that. He's really rolling.
Maybe the lights off.
But he's total electric. His heat, light, and all that, hot water tank, everything's all electric. So,
Yeah, that's why I switched over to gas. Well,
Yeah.
most of my stuff. Heater, gas, stove, gas, water heater, tankless gas. My light bill still runs 100 to 125.
ooh, that ain't good, Thomas.
Damn. That's just like when I used to live out in the country. Everything we had, you know, stove, heat, you know, everything was all electric. We didn't have anything gas. And our electric bill was averaging about $250 to $275 a month.
Huh.
My neighbor said they had a $700 light bill. Not long ago,
It's fun.
before the hard freeze hit.
Now my gas bill has gone up, but the price of natural gas has gone up a little bit too.
Yeah.
Right.
And
And we
Jeff.
lost Jeff.
Damn it,
But
Jeff.
It's been an hour and 8 minutes.
Hour and 8 minutes. He's got to go.
You didn't even give a hint where he
No.
was going. You didn't
The
see
dog-
his
the
hand
dog-
on the mouse, go reach toward the mouse and nothing. He was just,
Gone.
you go.
The
I
dog
know.
said it's time to go.
He was about 15 minutes late, so he still owes you about 7 minutes. Though.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
Now, if I wouldn't have my gas heater and gas stove for the month of December to January, whatever, oh my God, my light bill would have probably been $600 to $700. Oh yeah, I was glad to pay $100 gas bill. I was thankful,
Oh, yeah.
very thankful.
Well, did y'all
Yeah, I
see
just-
that video I did last night about going to Harbor Freight and Ollie's?
Yeah,
Yeah, they got it was a 24-pack of light bulbs, LED light bulbs for $22.
I thought I left a comment on that video.
You might have. I haven't gone back to look, but I'm
Oh,
going,
okay.
that's not even $1 a light bulb for a
Yeah,
set.
24 pack of light LED bulbs, less than a
Yeah.
buck a piece, man. You got lucky.
Yeah, and they had about 6 or 7 of those boxes, and the one I got was the Daylight, which is the bright white one. Like, hell yeah, I'm going to be jumping on those.
I want the 80 watts though. Man.
Should
They're
have bought
doing
more. Should have bought a few packs of them and turned around and resold them on Facebook.
Yeah.
Good.
They're doing the same thing. They're doing the same thing here in New York. NISAC is actually subsidizing it, and I can go to Lowe's and buy a 4-pack of GE for $219.
That's cheap.
You're not going to buy them around here for that. I can tell you that right now. Light
How
bulbs
many you want
went
me,
through the
hey,
roof.
Mark, hey, how many you want me to go and buy and sell to you?
I don't want any because I don't want that flashing.
Yep.
Oh.
I won't buy the LEDs. I had LEDs and my videos and stuff was doing like yours, so I did away with all of them.
What do you got now?
Just regular light bulbs.
On
Won't be able to
L,
get them forever.
Ed, you almost screwed me up this morning. I was sitting here watching your video. You put your ending right in the middle of the doggone thing of your video, and you didn't. So I almost didn't watch the part where you was actually putting it together. Where you was putting it together.
Oh, that part after the ending was I forgot to shut the camera off. It just sat there and recorded. So I put music over it. I'm like,
Oh, okay.
Well,
It depends.
Well, I was trying to get you to watch time, but I went to hit the button to close it out, and I said, "Wait a minute, this daggum thing started playing again." I said, "What's going on?"
It also depends on the brand of light bulb too, Mark, because right there's an LED. This light bulb here, I've been doing a little experiment with this thing. This light has not been off in 5 years. It's been running nonstop, 24/7 for 5 years.
My bathroom, I used to have a lamp in there with a LED bulb, like what Mater bought, and regular screw-in bulb. That thing never went out, but it was not bright enough in the bathroom. So I went and got at Walmart. I went and got one of them $14 4-foot LED strips. There's 2 LED strips in them. I hung that up on the ceiling and ran a wire. We leave it on 24/7 anyway. We use it as a night light, but them LEDs don't burn nothing.
No.
And so it's not kicking up my bill.
well, there's a
I
different.
never have trouble with them LED lights. I got one here, one there above me, and one over the breakfast counter over the stove. That's all LED fixture. Okay, double
How do you fix
fixtures.
that?
And I don't when I video, I don't have no trouble with mine.
So how do you do that? You slow your camera down, or is the camera
I don't
catching
do
it?
nothing.
I mean,
Dude, it's a $9 camera from Walmart.com, shipped $9, shipped to my door.
Well, there's also a difference between like the live stream and videoing. Both of these lights in here are LEDs,
Right.
and they don't flicker on my camera here. But if I try to videotape in here with them on, I get a little bit of a pulsation.
Yep.
And it's the recording, what rate you're recording the
Yeah,
frame rate.
the frames per second, and according to
Right.
because
I
60
think
hertz. 60 hertz is what our electricity is. So that's
because I video, I think
if you're on 60 frames a second, then you are actually coinciding with the hertz, the frequency.
Yeah, I record. I think it's 580 that we're recording,
1080.
or 1080.
I got a light fixture over here I can't get bulbs for.
Hey, Bo, good to see you.
I got 2 of them on top of my shed and shop in the back that used to be the street lights. That's the kind that go up like this and then curve down
Uh-huh.
and boom, and they got the big shield on it, big aluminum shield.
Big
like
mercury
that.
vapor, the mercury vapor ones.
Yeah, right. Low sodium, mercury vapor, or low sodium, hydrogen, whatever they call those things. Yeah.
I got
Hey,
2
those
lights over
elements
my
out of those
bookcase.
bulbs, those elements, I used to like the big 1,000 watters. Them elements were long. You talk about show up in the night
Yeah.
in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I know what kind you're talking. I got 2 lights over my bookcases that are as old as the house from 1929. They're actually regular incandescent. They're like a screw-in incandescent bulb, but they're I can't remember the name of the bulb, but they look like a fluorescent tube bulb, but it's not fluorescent tube.
Wow.
And I forget the name of the bulb.
Mater's in trouble. Mater's in
Oh,
All
trouble.
kind of old stuff that they don't use no more. That used to be real good.
It's called Fluber tube or something.
Don't get me to line.
I don't know.
It's
Yeah.
shaped like a fluorescent, but it's not a fluorescent.
Huh.
It's actually it's an actual incandescent bulb, but it's shaped like a fluorescent, and I forget
Yeah,
the name
I've
of it.
seen-
I haven't been. I
I
forget what they're called.
They may be called a bookcase light or something like that. They're long. They screw in.
No, yeah, exactly. They
Oh,
got
I've
to.
seen
No,
those.
they don't screw it.
Yeah, I've
No,
seen those long
no, I
ones
wish-
with that in there.
No, I'll show you the fixture. It's an odd fixture. It's called an incandescent bulb, but it don't. I know what you're talking. I know that these things are weirder than hell, and I can't find I can't find the bulbs.
I gotta go.
They click in. They got.
I'll be back.
This is an odd bulb. Can you see this fixture?
No, you got to move some more so we can see it.
You shaded.
The other way.
I'm taking it down. Just a second.
So the old halogen bulbs were, you could get them in long and they clicked in on each end.
This was it's an incandescent bulb, and it goes up in this bookcase, and it's weird. It's from 1929. I wish I could find it because they're perfect for these bookcases. This second here, got to get this cover off. Man, these things are longer than dirt. Okay, there we go. See how these it's got two little ends like right here? They're kind of odd shaped. And they got one little tap goes like this. But they're not they're incandescent bulbs.
I ain't never seen a bulb
There's
like
no
that.
ballast.
Nope. Nope. I've never seen one like that.
Uh-uh.
It's an odd bulb. I mean, it's kind of hard to aim it, but that's how it goes in. There's the on-off switch.
Huh.
Right there's the end. See what I mean? It's not a fluorescent, and it's not screwing. It began with an F. I can't remember the name of it, but it's an odd bulb.
Like a bayonet style base on there.
Yeah, sort of. Let me see if I can flip the camera around better so you can see it. And I can't, and it's a weird bulb.
You still have any of the old ones?
No. I've never. There's what the end looks like.
Huh. Huh. I have never.
This
ever
is the
seen a bulb like that.
There's the end with the switch, and there's the other end.
Huh.
So don't.
I would say go find you an old hardware store, and I'm not talking about Home Depot or Lowe's. I'm talking about like a
Mom and pop.
a little mom and pop. I'd take that in with me and show it to them and see if maybe they might be able to figure it out.
It's a weird. It's not fluorescent because there's no ballast. See, there's no. I mean, that's the light fixture. These are great lights because they, as you can see, they light up my bookcase here. It's what they're for.
Yeah, but you say you don't have the bulb and everything, so they're not.
They
lighting
worked
up.
when I was a kid, but I don't. Like I said, I don't know where. Like I said, I don't know where these. I don't know where the bulbs.
Their name or wording on that picture.
That's what I'm looking for. I gotta stand on a ladder. Harmony House light fixture.
Harmony.
Harmony.
Oh, Harmony.
All right, Ben. Thanks for stopping by.
All right, Ben.
Light
Thanks.
fixture.
Thanks for stopping, Ben.
Wish I could figure these things out. There's a little end piece. I have no idea.
You got it wrote down. I'll look at that later
That's
on.
it's shaped like a fluorescent, but it ain't a fluorescent, and it's an incandescent type bulb. I don't know what the hell it is.
Wow. But anyway, once I get some parts in here, we're gonna shoot some videos putting some motors together. So hopefully we can start doing some videos again as soon as I get the parts, if I ever get the daggone parts.
Yep. Well, I've been looking around. You know, I've been saying I want an old ambulance for a tow vehicle.
Uh-huh.
I've been looking around. I found the little 31 passenger van front buses.
Uh-huh.
They're going up for auction. You know, they go up all the time. High bids on some of them, $500, and they're running and driving vehicles.
Oh boy.
But they're in Georgia.
Wow. All right, Thomas, thanks for stopping by.
Take
See you
care,
later,
Thomas.
Thomas.
Hey, Thomas.
Take care of that hand.
Yeah.
Yes.
See ya.
Bye, Thomas.
So, but yeah, they got 6.0s in them, Chevy 6.0s,
Uh-huh.
running, driving, automatics, 1 tons. Well, actually, a little heavier than a 1 ton. I've seen a lot of people converting them into like toter vehicles, putting hitches on them and towing big trailers and everything else with them. Nice thing about them is I know just about all there is to know about them van fronts, you know.
Uh-huh.
So
Wow.
there was one I was really like kind of checking out. Really, it was $100, and I'm like, damn, what's wrong with this thing? I started clicking on the pictures. There's no engine in it. There's no windows in it. There's no seats, no steering column, no dashboard. It's basically just front and rear axles and a cat and a body.
There you go. That's a fixer-upper. That's a project vehicle.
Oh, no. They called it a display vehicle. When the pictures on the inside, there was cutaways.
Oh,
So it must have been like the display for like, you know, people interested in buying the buses. They could go in them and look at them and see how they're constructed and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, we don't need that.
yeah, Scott. Thomas said to check out eBay.
Yeah, I've been looking on eBay. I've looked on eBay. I've looked at a couple places. Haven't seen any light fixture quite like that. That's an odd fixture.
Well, it's kind of like what, I was saying what, Ed was saying. Go to one of your little mom and pop style hardware stores, ask them. Those are some of the best places to go and find that old stuff.
Right.
Yeah, there ain't none around here anymore. They're either out of business or they retired and no one bought them out, and that's it.
Yeah.
We used to have we had one called Hibbert's Hardware that went back to the 1840s. That was the kind of hardware store you would just love. You go in and be like walking an Olson Mercantile on Little House in the Prairie. They had all these little nooks and crannies and these little drawers full of stuff. Greatest hardware store ever. And it was in business from 1865 till 1990. And the last member of the family was like 90 years old. Her husband died. She came in and she locked the door, and it's been sitting empty since 1990.
That's how.
And she died.
The town I grew up in had an old hardware like that. It's True Value. When you walk in the front doors, it had the old wooden floors, and they would creak as you walked all across them.
Yep.
Then they had a concrete ramp that went up into the garden center in the back to match the back alleyway.
Mm-hmm.
And that place
Had a potbelly.
everything in it.
This place had this was the same place. This place had a wooden floors, the potbelly stove and all. And when they years later, they had a boiler to it because they got tired of stoking the wood. But every once in a while, you'd go in there in the early spring or the early fall, I should say. And when it wasn't cold enough to start the boiler, they'd have a wood fire going in that potbelly stove. It was funny as hell. Wow. It's still there. The store closed up, and the town. I don't know who owns it. I don't know if the town owns it or who owns the building, but it sits there. It's just all the stuff's still there. It's been sitting empty since 1990. Someone's paying the tax on it.
Is there stuff still in it from when it shut down?
Oh yeah, she just shut the doors and it's still there.
That sounds like an investment property for you, Scott.
You know,
Yeah.
you know what's funny is the way everything's getting laid out here, and people talking about the old hardware stores. When we go polling, we go down past that place in Amsterdam called Red Shed, and that reminds me of that place. And it's I think that guy's probably 90 years old. But any hard to find obsolete parts, he has it for furnaces, dryers, washers, you name it. He's got it. But he's, like I said, he's old timer, and probably nobody will keep it going after anything happens to him.
We had one in South Carolina down there that was like that. It was Tedder's Hardware, and the old man Tedder died, and his sons went to work it down. They closed it down, and his sons and all, they went to work at Lowe's.
Wow. Scott, did you read Bocce's comment? She's telling you what kind of light that is.
She said it's a banker's
See
or
here.
a patio light lamp.
Yep.
Thank
Never
you
heard
for
of it.
the piano lamp. Oh,
Something to check into. Never heard of such a thing, but worth checking into.
I
You
ain't
might
never seen
want
a
to
light
check
like
with
that.
antique stores. See if someone there might be able to tell you.
Pretty much.
Yep.
It's a weird light. All I know is I don't want to have to tear out the wood and everything and put in a new one. If I could find a couple bulbs, I'd be happy.
Well, there used to be a place in the town I grew up that probably could have had them or fixed them or whatever, but they're no longer there.
Yeah.
They used to redo old lamps. They used to do the real leaded glass and stuff like that. If you had a shade that had leaded glass in it, and you had one broke, you could take it into them.
That
Rubies.
was
Rubies.
the light shop in Louisville.
Yeah, rubies.
Yes.
That's where my dad, mom, and stuff actually got interested in doing leaded glass work. My dad was tinkering with leaded glass there. Before he retired, and then after he retired, he did it here and there. And
Yeah, but heck, that was clean back when we was in high school.
well, they were still up until maybe 10
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That place was there forever.
Yeah, and like I said, you take an old light fixture into an old lamp or whatever, and they could redo the whole thing, and either keep it the way it is or upgrade it or whatever. If you had leaded glass or anything like that you need fixed, they could do it. Hell,
Yep.
if you wanted a whole new leaded glass fixture or shade made for your lamp, you tell them what you want and they could do it. I mean, they could do it.
well, with the help of Bocce, I think I found some.
There you go.
Let me present this. Let me share it.
Let me see here.
Wait till this comes up. Chrome tab right here. And that looks like the animal that goes into that.
Just a second.
$10.
Yeah, but I think that's a fluorescent tube though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but look at the way it mounts. It don't screw in. It don't slide and turn in.
Yeah, there's only one end though. This one has two ends.
Oh,
That
okay.
that one's got two
Okay.
ends.
Can you see where my cursor's at? Little hand.
Yep.
Okay. Does that
Yep.
end look like we would go into yours?
No,
They
because
don't?
that one there, the one I got's U-shaped.
Oh.
But it's close to it. The end is, but there's
Okay.
two ends to mine. Mine looked. It's a fluorescent tube, but I know that much.
Wow.
It's like
I did.
here-
I just clicked on searched piano lamp bulbs, and that popped up. I'm like, hell, because I didn't have a good look at what you had earlier, the fixture, because I only leaned off the dock. but there is one with a circular thing on it. They connect with that style base.
But-
on it.
Well, I talk crazy Tiffany lamp. Here's one you don't see every day.
Cola.
Yep, this is my grandmother's from the 1950s.
Nice.
Solid glass. This thing weighs a ton.
Got a lot of lead in it.
Oh yeah, I bet. I was going to sell this at a rummage sale, but I don't know. I wouldn't even want to get it. And then so I saw what weighs. I said, nah, I'd never get what it's worth.
Probably not.
This thing's probably worth a couple $100.
If not more than that. I mean, does it have any kind of date or anything on the inside?
Yeah, it says 1951 on the inside.
What about a manufacturer's? Does it have that on there too?
It just says manufactured for Coca-Cola, 1951.
Huh.
It might say it on the actual lamp. The lamp is solid brass.
Wow.
The lamp itself is going to be made by one company, but the shade and everything, that's going to be by somebody else.
I don't know who made this thing, but all I know is it weighs a friggin' ton.
Wow.
Leaded glass.
Yeah.
Everybody, we're way past our hour here, so we're gonna be cutting this thing down. Everybody,
Hey, Mark, just a little bit past.
yeah. But everybody in the chat, thanks for coming in. Appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all now in the next one. Polar Bear Heads tomorrow night at 7. So we'll probably see y'all there. So y'all take care and have a good weekend.
Good night,
Good
everybody.
night, everybody.
All right, everybody. Sleep tight.
Hey, you missed it. You forgot you said it wrong.
Love, peace, and crackling grease.
Love, peace,
There you
and
go.
gratitude.
There you go.
There
I
you
thought
go.
Mark was going to end it that quick, so I didn't think
No,
I had
I ain't
time to
ended
do
it
the
yet,
outro.
so I'm going to end it here in just a second. So y'all take care.